Good morning, good morning, good morning. If it is indeed morning when you are, it's morning here, so I will say morning. So just a quick introduction, the kind of stuff that I would have ended up telling the children had we been doing this in class. So some extra stories are going up this week, probably the week after as well, I guess. Sort of Greek myth. And I'd kind of slightly forgotten that when I used to teach year two a long time ago, often we would do sort of Greek myth during story times. I thought it was really important that was kind of in the children's kind of sort of literary vocabulary. One year when Miss O'Brien was volunteering in my class, we did reenact the Battle of Troy, which was I took lots of amazing photographs, which may still be about somewhere. But yeah, so when I was reading some of the Beast Quest books, some of the some one-to-one reading with some of the children in class, and I was sort of said, "Oh, do you know where this monster came from?" And it came from Greek myth. And a few of them said that they did, and they had similar books to this at home, and it sort of reminded me that that's something that you used to do in year two, and I thought we'll do it again. So I said to a few people in Turquoise class that we'd be doing some Greek myths after Christmas in story times, sort of before home time. But of course, then this happened. So that did not come to pass. So when people asked if they could have a few extra bits and pieces up on the website, it reminded me of it. So why do I think the Greek myths are important for the children to know? I mean, I loved hearing Greek myths when I was kind of a year two age. Absolutely loved it. I mean, I always tried to read as many different myths as I could. All kinds of creation myths from all over the world, but sort of Egyptian sort of myth stories and Norse, whatever I could get my hands on. But I think the ones that always really stuck with me and the ones that I thought were the really important ones for people to know were the Greek ones. Why are they kind of better or more important than sort of the Egyptian or the Norse or any of the other ones? I think it's because for me they deal kind of in archetypes, that these stories are kind of the foundation, and these characters, be they the gods or sort of the heroes, they're the kind of the foundations for kind of all modern sort of fantastic storytelling. And I think once children have got a sort of good grasp of these myths, apart from the fact there are at least some life lessons in there, I think it really gives children an idea of the foundations that certainly Western storytelling has sort of been built up on. So once you've got that, I think you really do understand stories and characters in a sort of more fundamental way. And they're just really good. They're really, really satisfying. Sometimes when you read some of the Norse or Egyptian ones, or some of the Celtic ones as well, they're just bizarre. They're just really kind of like, oh God, that happened? Okay. Whereas these are really, really satisfying, a lot of them, really satisfying stories, really amazing. And some of them hopefully will even get up to the sort of the Trojan War and the Odyssey. My personal hero since I was very young has always been Odysseus from the Odyssey. I did inquire as to whether I could name at least one of my sons Odysseus, but it wasn't going to happen. Possibly because it could just be shortened to Odd, which may not be the best nickname in the world. So hopefully we'll get as far as that. Greek myths are absolutely great, and if you have different versions at home, maybe you could let me know how it compares to these ones, because I've never found the perfect Greek myth book. Some have the great pictures, some have good stories, but then maybe they miss out some details, some a bit rushed or whatever. So I'm always on the lookout for different. I've got a ton of them at home, but I think this one is probably the overall the best. Still not perfect, but I think there we go. Greek myths. They're great.